This is Barbara Reiss reporting for Total East Brunswick. We're very fortunate today to be with Sarah Chaplin, who's the president and CEO of the State Theater, New Jersey. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're thrilled that the State Theater is so much a part of our community, and we're so thankful for all the wonderful programming that the State Theater provides our area. The summer's coming up, a lot of exciting things, but I don't think people realize the rich history of the theater that we have right in our backyard. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how it all began.
Oh, I'd be happy to. So the theater actually is almost 100 years old. It was built in 1921 as a vaudeville and silent movie house, and then through the years converted to a live performance space, but really has its history in that era of movie palaces when they were big and grand, and certainly has been part of the New Brunswick, downtown New Brunswick area since that time, and has seen the rise and fall of the area. And now is a fully thriving live performance space where we still do a little bit of film, but truly focused on live performance and bringing amazing shows, amazing educational programs to the city and to the county.
Now, I didn't realize many famous movie stars of years gone by, and even current at times, have come to visit the movie.
Many stars, yes, many stars. So back in the heyday of the film time, Barbara Stanwyck, Bob Hope, a lot of stars came during the 40s to sell war bonds as part of their movie tours to support the war effort. So have seen a lot of the major movie stars, and then of course we've had a lot of the major performing arts stars since that time, like Tony Bennett, Alan Cumming. Aretha Franklin once was, actually I think more than once, was on our stage, and a number of other people. We just had John Leguizamo, talk about a film star. We just had John Leguizamo on our stage the other night, Broadway and film star. So lots of history there, lots of really amazing opportunities to see quality performances and performers.
And for a person who hasn't actually been to the State Theater, maybe you could describe a little of the interior.
Oh, wow. How long do we have? So the theater is an Art Deco, since it was built in 1921, and then it was actually renovated in the 30s when it became an RKO film house. And they brought on the Art Deco decadence of the interior. Which we then restored in the 80s, and then in 2003 and 2004. There is beautiful gilt, gold gilt. There is amazing plaster
moldings,
ornamentation. Yes, beautiful moldings on the front of our balcony rail with little cupids. The proscenium arch is just stunning, and of course there's this big, beautiful crystal chandelier. Gorgeous. So seeing a show in State Theater, New Jersey, really is unlike so many other of the more modern theaters nowadays. You walk in and you're really transported to an elegant experience, and it really just elevates that overall experience from the time you walk in the door underneath the RKO marquee and in through our beautiful lobbies, and then into that gorgeous, stunningly beautiful auditorium.
And there's a partnership between business and the county to fund these restorations.
Yes, absolutely. We have had a wonderful support from Middlesex County to not only do the initial renovation in 1988 when it was really saved from deterioration, and then in 2003 and 2004 when we were able to really restore the interior to its former grandeur. They have been very supportive and continue to be supportive of our efforts. And of course, we've been embraced by all of the business community in New Brunswick and beyond. J&J has long been a big fan of ours, and we are a big fan of theirs, considering they were instrumental in actually saving the theater from really being demolished back in the 80s. So
it was a good corporate partner as well.
It was an excellent corporate partner there.
So now we have, you have been here at the theater as president and CEO, and is this about the 1-year anniversary? Are we around that time? So tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to the State Theater.
Certainly. So yes, almost a year. It will be a year in August.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to have made it through my first year. And but I came here from the Washington, D.C. area, actually. I was the executive director of the National Theater in D.C. I was there for 5 years. But I've worked all over the country in theaters, ranging in a variety of sizes. And this is actually my third historic theater. State Theater is my third historic theater. And they hold a very special place in my heart. I love historic theaters. So. But I've been doing arts administration, theater management, stage management since graduating from undergrad. So I've been very, very lucky to work professionally in theater for my entire career, a lot longer than I'm willing to admit. Not going to tell you how long.
Oh, we're lucky to have you.
But it's truly an honor and such a joy to be able to bring, these amazing performances to people and to see people react. To see children react to the theater is really what makes me do it, why I do it. And I can't think of a better place to do it now than State Theater, because it is so central to the county, to the downtown area, has such a legacy. One of the great things about historic theaters is people tell you the stories about the first time they were ever there. Oh. And we have a wonderful donor who has been a longtime supporter. He had his first date with his wife in the balcony of State Theater, New Jersey. And that is a memory that is part of us and part of him, and it is what makes the relationship so special. So.
Well, it's a treasure to have you here and to protect this beautiful theater in our community. And for our kids, a lot of our kids, it's their first experience seeing a theatrical production.
It is, and that's really important to us, actually, because we want to help build the audiences of the future. So we do a lot of programming that is geared towards children, towards families. We have our Milk and Cookies program, which is for very young children and really provides them with an introductory experience at the theater. It's an intimate performance with an artist in our studio space, so it's very close, very relaxed, and the kids can bounce around as much as they need to and not feel like they're not behaving right. And then we go into our performances for schools, where we bring students from 17 of the counties around the state to attend performances, and they're fully mounted productions. They're not a shortened or bared down. They are fully mounted productions. So last season they had the opportunity to go to a performance of Rent. And this next season they'll be seeing The Color Purple and The Play That Goes Wrong from our Broadway series, and then also a couple of dance shows. So it's really important for us to give them the opportunity to be introduced, because if they come once and we can get them to come again, then we start to build that experience for them. And then we focus on families too. We give an opportunity for families to really come and experience not only State Theater on a main stage performance, but also everything that is just wonderful about coming together and celebrating art with our Family Day. And this year, for the first time, actually, we're moving it to September, so it will be a warmer experience. It used to be on President's Day, and it could be pretty cold.
Indeed.
So we decided, let's try moving it to a warmer month. So we're doing it in September. Exciting. We're actually coinciding with the Raritan River Festival as well. So we're partnering with them to really try to make it a New Brunswick-wide kind of a festival. So we're really excited about that. But families can come and see. We do have 2 main stage performances of a very family-friendly. This year is Jason Bishop, who's an illusionist. And then we also have we're going to have outdoor stage with musical performances, art, actually, I probably won't do workshops because of the partnership with the festival, but all sorts of opportunities for kids to really interact with the building and with art. And it's really wonderful because it brings about 4,000 folks to the theater in one day. And it face painting and balloon animals and all sorts of wonderful things. So we do a lot of things for the young. For the youth, and also for the underserved populations. We have our Artist in Residence program with Glennis Redman, and we've been doing that for a number of years. We take her, she's a poet, spoken word artist, and we take her into senior citizen centers, teen centers, homeless shelters, those kinds of centers and places, and she works with people to help them tell their stories through poetry, through prose. And that has been going on for a number of years, and we're very pleased to have her back every year. We bring her in the fall and in the spring, work with schools and students.
So you're reaching out to the
We
community
reach
as
out
well.
to the community as well, yes.
And now you also have autism-friendly performances as well for those kids who have special needs and maybe their parents may be nervous to bring them to the theater.
We do. It's really important for us that everyone feel welcome at State Theater, and sometimes that can be problematic for those who are sensory sensitive. And so we have instituted autism-friendly or sensory-friendly performances where the lights are a little higher, the sound's a little lower, and there's certainly the expectation of behavior, appropriate behavior, is not is not there, right? It's whatever behavior is appropriate, whatever is comfortable, and it's a really warm and embracing kind of an atmosphere. We're very pleased to be doing that. I believe this is our 3rd year, and we'll be continuing it and looking for ways to enhance it.
Now, so in addition to all that, the summer is here.
Yes.
So you have the summer programs coming up, movie programs, am I correct on that?
We do. So in the summer, we have a tendency to be a little quieter with the live performance. So we instituted a free family movie series. We have 6 films.
That's a lot.
And we'll be doing multiple performances of 5 of them, and really encourage families and camps to come and experience a film in a grand old movie palace. And we do it during the day for the camps and the school programs and the parents who just want. For example, we're starting with, we actually have Captain America, the First Avenger. We're launching with that one as a partnership with Middlesex County, actually. And then we have, this is in no particular order, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Mary Poppins Returns, Incredibles 2, forgetting some,
so
I know. So they're popular movies. They're not movies that that we've pulled out of the attic and dusted off.
People don't realize.
No, they are, and they're an opportunity for kids who maybe didn't get a chance to see it, or didn't get a chance to do it as a family. Yes, and be in a big, beautiful movie palace. It certainly is a different experience for them. So it's a lot of fun.
And now you also have Broadway quality plays that come to the theater.
We do. We have a Broadway touring season, actually, where we bring in touring musicals that have been on Broadway. We have 8 titles next year, which is more than we've ever had. And very exciting by all of those, because a number of them are first tours or very popular tours that have managed to do very well on the road, and including Beautiful, the Carole King musical, SpongeBob the musical, Fiddler on the Roof, The Color Purple, I mentioned earlier, The Play That Goes Wrong, Cats, and Once on This Island. Broadway single tickets go on sale July 19th. So really a wonderful opportunity to see Broadway caliber performances on the stage here in New Jersey, with ease of parking, ease of restaurants, and of course a beautiful space to see them in. So we've been doing touring for a long time, Broadway touring for a long time. We instituted a subscription series a couple of years ago, and we're very pleased by how well received it has been. And so this is our 3rd year of the Broadway subscription series. Nice. And so tickets are still available. You can get subscriptions, tickets still available.
Good to know, good to know. And then I've seen sometimes you package with some of the local restaurants. You could see go to dinner and to the play.
We do. We've been very lucky in our restaurant partnerships. It's a very synergistic relationship. When we do well, they do well, and certainly when they are popular, it is a reason for people to come downtown. And so we like to partner with the restaurants close by, because we feel like it's a rising tide raises all ships. And so we will do packages where people can purchase dining and tickets at the same time. We work with them to do various other special events and things, but very happy to have them as strong partners And also looking for additional partners in the area as we build a business council, a more formal business council, to really increase our partnerships and increase our business relationships in the area.
And parking, we mentioned parking.
Oh dear, I shouldn't have mentioned parking.
So, no, but there are parking lots nearby.
There are parking. There are a
that.
lot of parking decks around us, actually, and you can get your parking through us.
Oh.
You park in one of the decks, and then you can go to the box office and pay for your parking at our theater, and then and you get a validation, and you can. So it's kind of a one-stop. You don't have to worry about doing both. You can come to us. There obviously everyone has parking troubles. You know, there's never enough parking spaces, but we're very lucky. We have a number of quality decks around, and certainly street parking. So
now I've gone and I've been able to find a spot.
You sometimes have to plan a little in advance.
Come a little ahead of time.
But it's not too bad. So
that's great. No, so it sounds like you've really opened the doors of the theater to a wide range of folks, and also so many different genres are available there.
Truly, I haven't even touched on. We do concerts all the time. We do dance. We have a dance series, both classical ballet and modern dance. We also have a classical music. In addition to our partnership with NJSO, we also present our own classical pieces. So we have a couple of orchestras coming next season, and then also a couple of soloists coming. So really an opportunity for anything. Pretty much any time of the year we have something going that anyone would probably like. I mean, there just really is that wide variety, those opportunities to see some really quality performances. And it's really central to what our mission is, you know, to really focus on providing an opportunity for people to see the quality performances regardless of age, background, and really give that access is really important.
And I see that the pricing usually is very affordable.
We try to be very reasonable. We also do some subsidized tickets for some of our programs because of that, because we want to really serve the entire population. But we do try to keep it reasonable and accessible.
And here also maybe, you know, you may not go to Cats anymore. Cats isn't on Broadway for years, but here you have a chance if you want to show your kids that play.
Exactly.
And let them see the musical. It offers a lot of opportunities that maybe people don't have to go to Manhattan.
Absolutely. Particularly, sometimes it's difficult to get into Manhattan. And for an entire family to get in can be very challenging. So here's an opportunity, here's an alternative for you to come and see a quality performance right in your own backyard.
Now, what if you have a kid who's like a little resistant to coming to the plays? You know, they're used to video games, they're used to movies. How do we draw them in?
Oh my goodness, I don't know that I have an answer for that, except that we a little bit at a time, and that's one of the reasons we try to do so much of other programming outside and really with the students in the schools and with Family Day, and really try to make them realize that live performance is unlike anything that they will ever experience on that screen, on that little TV screen with their videos. And you know, it's always a challenge. All of us parents have that same challenge of how do we introduce. I would say we introduce early and we introduce often. And it's really up to us to make it important.
Absolutely.
So.
And we've been there, my family and I, we love it there. It's a gorgeous venue.
Thank you.
And there's so many opportunities to see so many different things. And we thank you for reaching out to the community in so many different ways.
Thank you.
And we look forward to an exciting season. So if folks want to look up online more information, how do they do that?
Absolutely. So our website is the best place for information, and we constantly are adding new shows. So I recommend joining our newsletter as well. Our website is stnj.org, or you can always call our box office, and that's 732-246-SHOW.
Easy enough, right?
Easy enough, right?
Yeah.
But there's always more shows being added all the time, and so I encourage everybody to check us out as often as possible.
And I remember what the show was. We had talked earlier. There was a 50s concert, and I brought my mom to the 50s concert. Yes, so there's all different eras.
Yes, all different. You know, interestingly enough, Chubby Checker was one of the first live performances that was done after the movie era in the 1950s, and he's coming back this season.
Oh, he is?
So,
Oh,
yep, we're really
let's
excited
let
to
her
have him
know.
back. So, not too late to get tickets.
Not
You
too
should come.
late.
So,
Well, thank you so much for your time.
thank you so much for having me. It's really been wonderful.
And this is Barbara Reiss reporting for Total East Brunswick. We hope you've enjoyed our show today, and hopefully we'll see you at the State Theater.